In a world where motivation is often heralded as the key to success, there lies an overlooked yet powerful truth. Discipline is the real cornerstone of achievement. While motivation can ignite the initial spark, it's discipline that carries the torch through the long, winding path of life. Think of motivation as a burst of inspiration, a fleeting moment that fuels our dreams with passion and excitement. It's the rush of energy we feel after watching an inspiring film or listening to a motivational speaker. But, like a sudden gust of wind, motivation comes and goes, leaving us in search of the next breeze to carry us forward. Discipline, however, is the steady hand that guides us when the winds of motivation die down. It is the commitment to take consistent action, even when the initial excitement fades. Discipline is waking up early to exercise, even on days when you're tired. It's choosing to work on a project when you'd rather relax. The power of discipline lies in its ability to create habits. Unlike motivation, which is often driven by emotions, discipline is a conscious choice to prioritize long-term goals over short-term comfort. It requires us to recognize that true growth comes from persistence and consistency. Consider the teachings of the Stoics, who valued self-control and resilience. They believed that by focusing on what is within our control, our actions and responses, we can achieve inner peace and fulfillment. Discipline, in this context, is the practice of aligning our daily actions with our values and goals. It is the art of choosing what is right over what is easy. Sigmund Freud might argue that discipline helps us manage the tension between our id, the part of us driven by immediate gratification, and our superego, which seeks to impose moral standards. Discipline becomes the bridge that balances these opposing forces, enabling us to act in alignment with our true desires and ethical compass. Viktor Frankl, a psychiatrist and Holocaust survivor, observed that our search for meaning requires action, not just intention. He emphasized the importance of finding purpose, even in the face of adversity. Discipline in this light is the vehicle through which we pursue purpose, allowing us to endure challenges and setbacks. In our daily lives, discipline manifests in small, deliberate actions. It's the choice to practice gratitude, even when life seems overwhelming. It's the decision to invest in relationships that matter, rather than succumbing to the lure of superficial connections. These choices, rooted in discipline, become the foundation of a meaningful life. Modern psychology supports this notion, indicating that discipline can be cultivated through intentional practice. By setting clear goals, breaking them into manageable tasks, and holding ourselves accountable, we can reinforce the habits that align with our aspirations. This process requires patience and perseverance, as true discipline is not achieved overnight. Imagine a musician diligently practicing their instrument day after day, honing their skills with each session. They understand that mastery is not achieved through occasional bursts of motivation, but through disciplined practice. The same principle applies to any endeavor, whether it's learning a new language, advancing in a career, or nurturing personal growth. Discipline also frees us from the tyranny of indecision. When we commit to a disciplined approach, we reduce the mental clutter that comes from constantly questioning our choices. We create a clear path forward, one step at a time, making it easier to navigate life's complexities. Yet, discipline is not about rigidity or perfection. It's about flexibility and adaptation. It's about recognizing that setbacks are part of the journey and using them as opportunities to learn and grow. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control external events, but we can control our reactions to them. This mindset fosters resilience, allowing us to maintain discipline even when faced with unforeseen challenges. Now let's delve into the hidden pattern that discipline reveals. When we examine the lives of those who have achieved great things, a common thread emerges, a commitment to routine and practice. This pattern isn't always visible at first glance, overshadowed by the glamour of their achievements. But beneath the surface, it's discipline that weaves the fabric of their success. Consider the athlete who trains in solitude, away from the cheering crowds, or the writer who spends hours refining their craft in quiet seclusion. Their triumphs are built on a foundation of disciplined action, repeated day after day. This hidden pattern underscores the transformative power of discipline. It is the unseen force that propels them forward, even when the spotlight dims. The psychological reason behind discipline's effectiveness lies in its ability to rewire our brains. Neuroplasticity, the brain's capacity to form new neural connections, plays a crucial role here. As we engage in disciplined actions, our brains adapt, reinforcing the pathways that support these behaviors. Over time, what begins as a conscious effort becomes second nature. This shift is not just about forming new habits, it's about transforming our identity. We begin to see ourselves as disciplined individuals, capable of achieving our goals through consistent effort. This psychological transformation is profound, empowering us to tackle challenges with renewed confidence. Let's explore an everyday example to illustrate this concept. Picture a student aiming to excel in their studies. Motivation might drive them to start strong, but it's discipline that ensures they continue to study diligently, even when distractions beckon. By setting a schedule and adhering to it, they create a rhythm that enhances their learning. Over time, their efforts compound, leading to a deeper understanding of the material and improved performance. This example highlights the practical application of discipline in our lives. It's not about grand gestures or dramatic changes. It's about the small, consistent actions that lead to meaningful progress. As we reflect on the role of discipline in our lives, let's engage in a practical reflection. Consider an area where you've relied heavily on motivation. How might discipline enhance your approach? Perhaps it's a fitness goal, a creative project, or a personal relationship. By shifting your focus from fleeting motivation to steadfast discipline, you can cultivate a sense of purpose and direction. This reflection is not about self-criticism, but about recognizing the potential for growth. It's about acknowledging that discipline is a skill that can be nurtured, regardless of past experiences. As we embrace this mindset, we open ourselves to new possibilities, guided by the quiet strength of discipline. The quiet strength of discipline lies in its ability to sustain us through the ebbs and flows of life. It is the unwavering force that propels us forward, even when the world feels uncertain. By embracing discipline, we cultivate a sense of autonomy and purpose, empowering us to create the life we truly desire. In conclusion, while motivation is a powerful catalyst, it is discipline that ultimately shapes our destiny. It is the practice of choosing growth over comfort, persistence over complacency, and action over hesitation. Let us embrace the power of discipline, recognizing it as the true key to unlocking our potential. May we find the courage to act with intention and the wisdom to stay the course, even when the path is unclear. For in this practice, we discover the strength to become the architects of our own lives.